Tomorrow marks 20 years since the terrorist attacks on September 11th, 2001. That day changed our country forever. Nearly 3,000 people died in the attacks, and for their loved ones, the pain of their loss has never gone away. For survivors, the trauma of what they experienced that day has been really difficult to overcome. This morning, we share the story of one woman from Georgia who's finally finding peace decades later. Savannah Levins joins us live. And Savannah, her healing is coming from a really unexpected place.
Yes, that's right. You know, Kayla Bergeron's story is really amazing. She barely escaped the 68th floor of the North Tower on 9/11. She's been dealing with PTSD ever since, but now she's finding peace with horses.
In an unexpected haven,
Jesse,
Kayla Bergeron found an even more unexpected friendship.
he smiles even before I get it out of the wrapper.
But there's no denying the sound of healing. Kayla's laugh returning
Look at that. He's a camera hog.
after 20 years of pain.
A security guard came to my floor and said, "We're evacuating, you have to leave now." Then it felt like the whole earth shook. That's when we knew the second tower came down. The lights went out and the stairwell was blocked. Out of nowhere, we see a light and we hear somebody who must have been on a bullhorn. If you can see the light, follow the light. So we followed this light. We basically came out on the side of the building, and then a police officer tells me to run.
After that, Kayla says every day was a struggle.
But there's a third class of people like me who just went to work that day. They walked out and now they're spiraling out of control.
It wasn't until just 3 years ago that she was officially diagnosed with PTSD.
So I just thought maybe I was depressed. I wish I knew I had PTSD.
Someone recently recommended Kayla call Special Equestrians of Georgia, so she, albeit hesitantly, did.
I'm like, I'm in a bad place. Somebody suggested this. You think you can help me? She says, "Come on over." And that was a significant date for my turnaround.
20 years after the worst day imaginable, Kayla
Crinkle?
is laughing again. And just like the rest of America that day, she's learned that rock bottom
You're taking a look at One World Trade Center.
is still something to stand on.
I played with some of the horses. I talked to the horses. Everything stops out here. This is a peaceful place. It really saved my life.
You know, Aisha, this is obviously such a somber anniversary, but stories like that just remind us that there's hope and resilience in all of us, which, that's the American story, right? And I think so important to remember today and tomorrow.
Savannah, I just got to tell you, that was some phenomenal storytelling. The array of emotions that I went through just watching that story, the heartbreak, seeing those images, and zooming in, seeing her come out of that stairwell after following the light, and then you hear that laugh. That was the moment that I feel like it really changed and resonated with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Savannah, thank you. And if you are looking for ways to participate and mark 20 years since the terrorist attacks on 9/11, there are a lot of events going on all around the metro starting today and through the weekend. We have a full helpful list for you on 11alive.com. And please join us tonight right here on 11 Alive for a special presentation, United 20 years later. We're dedicating 30 minutes to tell the stories of local victims and reflect on how the tragedy has forever changed our lives.